Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.
Opposites attract. Quotes for relationships. Opposites are two perspectives of the same situation. In life, we frequently discover that opposites attract. The most common example is opposite nature people's romantic proclivity. Opposites attract, which means that someone who is diametrically opposed to you piques your interest more often than not. The heart is always drawn to the unknown, to something out of the ordinary. This is one of the fundamental laws of attraction. Positive attracts negative, good attracts bad, north attracts south, and so on. In 1950, sociologist Robert Francis Winch led a study and coined the phrase opposites attract. He conducted a study in which he interviewed many married couples and came to the conclusion that the human mind frequently seeks the opposite in others. But this does not only happen in love. We are drawn to polar opposites in our professional lives and even in our daily lives. It's a yin and yang situation that we don't often consider when making decisions. Here are some opposites attract quotes and sayings to help you understand the significance and impact of opposites in our lives. Quotes about polar opposites, opposites attract quotes, and other popular opposites quotes can be found here. The most exciting attractions are between two opposites that never meet. It's this simple law, which every writer knows, of taking two opposites and putting them in a room together. We are always seeking our opposite, whether we know it or not. When we discover what that is, we can dissolve our arrogance. But there is no energy unless there is a tension of opposites, hence it is necessary to discover the opposite to the attitude of the conscious mind. Dressing up is a bore. At a certain age, you decorate yourself to attract the opposite gender, and at a certain age, I did that. But I'm past that age. Two things of opposite natures seem to depend one on another, as logos depends on eros, day on night, the imagined on the real. This is the origin of change. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be really hard. We're gonna have to work at this every day, but I want to do that because I want you. I want all of you. You know, the opposites attract thing happens all the time, but so does the best friends thing. It's just a great kind of relationship in fiction. On the surface, we're polar opposites. Under the skin, though, we're the same. People think they know what they're getting, and they're always wrong. I was reading that lightning is a negative charge that comes from the friction that clouds carry. And since opposites attract, I would like to think that he was so positive the moment that he died, so happy, he pulled that bolt right out of the sky. The way you feel is your point of attraction, and so, the law of attraction is most understood when you see yourself as a magnet getting more and more of the way you feel. We are attracted to people who express the qualities we deny or repress in ourselves. Most of the time, we are attracted to people who don't have the things that we have. It's the things in common that make relationships enjoyable, but it's the little differences that make them interesting. I see love developing from friendship. Common ground is a strong basis for friendship. My husband is my best friend, and we have a lot in common, even though we're admittedly different people. We fell in love, despite our differences, and once we did, something rare and beautiful was created. We all attract certain people into our life who have developed qualities opposite to the ones we are most identified with. Darling, your soul fits where mine feels empty. I don't think opposites attract. I think like attracts like. So I don't think that they do attract opposites. Only when you're talking about magnetic poles. You were like sunshine, and rain begetting rainbows, full of contradictions like the intervals between light and shadow. Watching them was like watching the sunset and the sunrise, equally beautiful in different ways. Together, we form a necessary paradox, not a senseless contradiction. They were the right counterbalance to one another. She was loud and fiery, he was quiet and cool. She always defended him verbally, he always defended her physically. When you meet someone so different from yourself, in a good way, it's like fireworks in your heart all the time. As he stood in the darkness, his eyes glistened, and that's when I knew my light found its traction. In reality, we are attracted to the person we have chosen, not to become an alternative adjustment to a chord that is nearly the same as our own. They were different in so many ways, and yet somehow it made them exactly right for each other. Maybe that's what love is, a total contradiction that somehow balances.